Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. It has been a while, sorry. My voice is not on point at the moment. It will get better than this as the video goes on. I've lost my voice a bit, so apologies for that. Give me a sec. Hello there, how are you doing? It's been a while. How long has it been? January 23rd, 2025. That was episode 4 review. It was that long ago. That's crazy. Anyway, so the reason it stopped in January is because in February, I focused on reactions. February and March, I focused on reactions to the rest of Ultra Galaxy Fight. Wanted to finish that completely, finish both seasons early, finish everything there. Then I wanted to focus on 9 movies. So the 9 movies I recorded reactions for, they're coming up. One's already uploaded this week. So the first of 9. Obviously, members could see it all this time since I uploaded it a while ago. But I recorded 9 reactions. So it was Ghost Rebirth, Mebius, Ultra Galaxy the movie. Then I went to Cosmos 2 and Cosmos 3. Cosmos 3 is the highest viewed one so far from members, which is quite interesting. Very good movie, of course. Cosmos 2, there was 2 versions of it. I only watched the original version, not the Child Musashi version. I could still watch that in future, but I'll probably just review it if I get a chance in future. But for now, I just watched 2 and 3 normal editions. Then I watched the Zero trilogy, so Dark Ops Zero, Revenge of Belial or Belial Galactic Empire. There's like 2 different names for that movie. And then Killer the Beatstar. And finally, Ultraman Saga and Ultra Zero Fight. I hope you heard me say Ultra Zero Fight at the end. That was the 9th movie. So the next 8 weeks, you'll be seeing all of that. Obviously, Ghost Rebirth is already public as of Monday. So I did those reactions in February and March. And then I had to do Movie Mondays for the 2 weeks I was gone. So April 3rd or 4th, the first Friday. Why can't I speak? What's going on? I feel like, okay. So the first Friday of April, I left on holiday to Australia. I think it was the 3rd or 4th, I can't remember. So I wanted to try and get all reactions edited, all 9 reactions edited by that date. I couldn't do it because I had to record reactions for Movie Monday for the 2 weeks I was gone. And also when I came back, I had to record more Movie Mondays. And also, on top of that, edit these 9 reactions. I managed to only edit 4 of them. Ghost Rebirth, Ultra Galaxy the movie, Cosmos 2 and 3. Those are the only 4 I managed to edit before going on holiday. At the airport, going on the way to Australia, I stopped in Turkey for 6 hours. I edited a little bit of Dark Ops Zero, but I didn't finish it. Obviously, I was focused on my holiday, and I was on my holiday having fun. I came home, finished that edit, got uploaded pretty quickly. Then I had to edit Ultra Galaxy, Revenge of Belial, Killer the Beatstar, Ultraman Saga, Ultra Zero Fight. They took a long time to edit because obviously it's a bit longer than normal Movie Monday reactions because with English movies I can just edit more freely. With Japanese movies with English subtitles, I also got to include the subtitles and edit a bit more. Plus, because of the cool fight scenes, I got to add more to it anyway. I can't cut too much out, so it was a nightmare to edit. But we got there in the end. The reactions, obviously, in the screen is like 50% visible. That is for copyright reasons. It's a way to just upload the video without too many issues. Because with Movie Monday, I just edit it once. And if it doesn't work with copyright, then I've wasted a lot of time. So I want to be super, super safe. So, yeah, I came back after Australia. I've been to Australia every year since 2022. So that's 4 years in a row. 3 of those times, I have been sick after landing. I don't know what it is because I've flown home from Africa. I've flown home from America, like 11-hour, 12-hour, 13-hour, 14-hour flights. I've flown home from Brazil, and I've been fine. But from Australia, I got to do like a 15-hour flight, get off the plane, 10-hour flights. So I think because it's 2 long flights, get off, next plane, long flight. I think that's the reason I get sick. I don't know why. When a journey is that long, because when I go there, I never get sick. I never get sick. When I go there on holiday, I'm traveling the same distance. It's a really long flight. It's 2 flights, 2 long flights. I don't get sick. But when I fly home, I get sick. 3 years out of 4, I'm sick when I come home from Australia. It's just ridiculous. So for the first week back, I went to work, came home. I had no energy to do anything for about a week and a half. And that annoyed me because I still had 5 reactions to edit for Ultraman and more Movie Mondays to make for the upcoming weeks. So as you can imagine, I was suffering quite a lot for a week and a half. Then I was fine. And I was just so busy with editing so many things. I edited the Ultraman movies. I wanted to be done before April. I couldn't do it. I was planning on doing it all by April and then coming home from Australia and then just focusing on Ginga reactions and Ultraseven reviews. That's what I thought I was going to do. But somehow, because I had to edit all those things and I had to focus on other channels as well, I just couldn't find the time somehow. Even because I stream games on Twitch, right? I couldn't stream on Twitch for ages until like 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, I streamed on Twitch for the first time since March. I had to give that up as well. I had to give this up. I'm just like, how? I'm making less content now than before. Years ago, I uploaded so much more. So much more. How do I have less time? How have I got less time? It makes no sense. I do work a full-time job, 40 hours a week. But still, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. These reviews were supposed to come back officially after the Cosmos reactions ended. So after Cosmos ended, it was just Ultra Galaxy Fight Season 2, Never Ending Odyssey for like 4 weeks. I was supposed to also upload Ultraseven reviews on the Wednesday after each episode that I uploaded of Never Ending Odyssey. Obviously, I didn't do it because somehow I still couldn't find the time. But now here we are. So what's happened here? What's going on? Where's this from? Is this from the holiday? No, it's not. It has been over 2 months since I landed home from Australia. So it's not that. In October, I am planning on visiting a place in Africa. This African country is very strict with a specific fever, a specific disease. You have to be vaccinated against it. It's a mandatory vaccination. You have to get it to enter that country. So I'm just like, okay, let me book a vaccination. I did the vaccination last Tuesday. Everything was fine. And then the next day at work on Wednesday, I was fine. Thursday, I was not fine. Everything was aching. I didn't feel sick. But my whole body was aching. I was at work. And at work, I'm walking around most of the day. It hurt to walk. My legs hurt. My back hurt. My hips hurt. And I had a massive headache. My head was ringing. It's like there was a fire alarm in my head all day after my first 2 hours of working. The rest of the 6 hours, all day in my head. It's just ringing. It's just ringing like the fire engine is on the way. It was so bad. I came home on that night, and I'm not even lying to you. On that night, I was planning on recording my review to Ultraseven for episode 5. When I got home, I just went straight to bed. I couldn't do anything. I had no energy for anything. My head was still ringing. I went straight to bed. I woke up like 11 hours later. I was that badly hurt. I wasn't even sick. I just had a big headache and body aches. And I searched the side effects of the injection, and it said body aches, headache. I'm just like, right. So I have got every minor side effect at the same time, apparently. I was better on Friday, And I got better, everything was fine. My body's not aching anymore. My arms don't hurt anymore. My legs are fine. The aching was only for like 2 days. Now the aching has stopped. For some reason, I got a sore throat. I don't know where it's come from. I got a sore throat, a bit of a cough, and a bit of a headache. I don't know where this has come from. It's like someone's trying to give me a sign. Like you got to delay the 7 reviews just a little bit more. I'm just like, no, I shall not do that. With my sore throat and no voice, I shall still try to make a review. I watched episode 5 just now. It was very good. I really enjoyed it. Honestly, I don't remember most of the characters' names, but I remember Furuhashi. He was the bodyguard in this. Moroboshi, Dan Moroboshi. I think that's about it. Just Furuhashi and Moroboshi. Those are the two names I remember. I recognize the faces of the captain. They even said the captain's name in this episode. I just forgot already. Soga. Soga's the girl. They said Soga in the episode. I'm pretty sure that's the girl. So that's 3 names I remember now. But I remember they're a defense force in Tokyo. They're called the TDF. The Ultra Hawks are the jets they have. I've forgotten the name of the Ultra car, but I remember it being a really cool car. So that's where I'm at. Obviously, I've watched episode 4 in January, and episode 3 was like even before that. When was episode 3? Hang on. Let me try and check this. When did I record episode 3? 15th December. 15th December, episode 3. 23rd of January, episode 4. So as you can see, the gaps are way too big. I went to get some water. So I also like to point out, I recorded my Ultraman Ginga episodes 1 and 2 reactions available to members right now. I recorded them on May 27th. I just edited episode 2 like 2 days ago. So even that I'm struggling, but from now, I should have a decent amount of time. I'm aiming to record at least 1 review of this and 1 reaction of Ginga every single week. Ultraseven you'll see immediately. So you'll see, like, I'll record it this week, you'll see it this week. Ginga, just for members, I'm going to upload them after the 9 movies, because it makes more sense chronologically. Members can see them now, obviously, but for now, they're going to be public after the 9 movies. But I'm going to be aiming to record a Ginga episode every week, and obviously Movie Monday every week. But Movie Monday will be not Ultraman related. Obviously, they will be the next 8 weeks, but those already recorded. I'm going to be recording some Hollywood movies reactions for the future and right now. So that way, by the time Ultra Zero Fight episode is done, I'll be like hopefully 9 weeks ahead on Movie Mondays, on Ginga reactions, and obviously 7 would just be like as you go. 7 would just be like, okay, we don't need to wait months for a review of 7. We'll just upload it. I'd also like to point out, someone pointed out, this is very important information for me, so you said it a couple times now, but I'm glad you said it. Let me just read from the screenshot. It is recommended that I watch Andro Melos before I watch Ultra Fight Victory. So that's important. After I watch Ultraman Ginga episode 6, I should watch Ultraman Ginga Theatre Special. Yeah, so I should watch episode 6, Theatre Special, episode 7. I uploaded episode 1 to members, and I asked the question, should I watch the special? No one answered. I got the answer somewhere else now, which is okay. I also asked, how do I watch it? Episodes 3, 4, and 5. They're not on YouTube. Ultraman Ginga episodes, I think 3, 4, 5, and maybe 6, I can't remember, but there's a few episodes missing from YouTube with English subtitles. I don't know where to find them. So to record episode 3 reaction, I need to find it somewhere. If any of you got a website you can recommend, let me know so I can actually access those reactions. Ginga S is all on YouTube. Ginga, not all of it's on YouTube. That's the problem. English subtitles too. I need that as well, obviously. It's recommended I finish Ultraseven before watching Ultraman Geed. Noted. Finish Return of Ultraman Jack series before you start watching Ultraman Tiger. Noted as well. But yeah, there's a few other things as well, but those are the main things. That's the most recent comment, recommending what I react to first, what I review first. So just so you know, I'll be doing a review type series like this for all the original shows. Because when I react to them, there's a lot of copyright claims, so I don't want to take any risks, basically. But I will react to the modern shows, starting with Ginga, of course. And if you remember, you can see episodes 1 and 2 right now. My voice came back a little bit there. It came back. All right. Episode 5. The Erase Time was the YouTube title on Avanaf's channel. But Vanish Time was the title on Ultra Wikipedia, Ultraman Wiki. Over there it says vanish time, but on YouTube it says the erase time. I always find episodes with two different names all the time. So this episode is centered around Alien Vera's, well, in the subtitles it said Alien Vera, but on Ultraman Wiki it says Alien Villa, like VILLA. But in the show it says VARA. Are the subtitles wrong? Or is the website wrong? Or is it both? Does it have two pronunciations? That's what I want to know. But it's focused around this Vera's invasion of Earth. And he wants to use a human host to infiltrate the TDF base. So he uses Professor Yushima, who is he's nicknamed the Brain of Earth. Brain of Earth is what he's known as. He's a very smart man. He is coming in to help them with their radar, increase the range of their radar. He was flying from Antarctica, a base in Antarctica, to Japan in a supersonic jet to go to TDF to help them with their radar. What happens is Alien Vera pauses time. So in midair, the supersonic jet is stuck in midair. Alien Vera has paused time completely for a few seconds, and then time is unpaused, just like that. And because of what happens later in the episode, I assume during these few seconds, somehow Alien Vera took mind control over Yushima. Professor Yushima got mind control at this point. We didn't know yet at this point, but that's what happened, because obviously we saw later he was mind controlled. But the scene at the start was confusing because we didn't see anything. We didn't see anyone mind control anyone. We didn't see an alien. We just saw the jet freeze in midair and then unfreeze a few seconds later. We didn't see anything. But later on, it's confirmed that he was mind controlled by Alien Vera. So that joined the dots. Furuhashi is the one tasked with being the bodyguard for Yushima. Obviously, for them, they don't know he's controlled by an alien at this point. They just think he's the genius Yushima. Sorry, not Tsushima. That's a game, David. Yushima, Professor Yushima, is someone that's going to help them with the technology. They don't know he's what's the word? Compromised. They don't know he's compromised yet at this point, and they still don't know until the very end. Vera then freezes the entire base. The entire TDF base is frozen in time, and it's done like this so that Alien Vera can talk to Yushima through the TV, giving him orders to destroy the equipment for the radar, and then destroy the Ultrahawks later, and also to be aware of Dan Moriboshi, who is an alien in the base. Alien Vera said, be wary of him, be careful with him. So Alien Vera is very smart, has a lot of knowledge, clearly knows a thing or two about the TDF and Earth, clearly had a well thought out plan. Obviously in the end it didn't work, but I thought that was quite interesting, the way that happened. So Yushima, who's mind controlled by Vera, he destroys the radar equipment, and he manages to find a way to blame it on Dan, which gets Dan a bit angry. He starts claiming from the entire TDF that Dan is actually an alien. He says there's an alien spy compromising the base, and he says it might be Dan. He doesn't say it's Dan, but he tries to suggest that it's Dan in front of everyone to try and implicate him. At this point, no one believes him. No one believes Yushima that Dan could be this person, even though he's an alien, but obviously a good alien, not an invading alien. And it's actually Yushima that's mind-controlled by the actual infiltrating alien. Meanwhile, Alien Vera are on the way. They're on the way with their spaceships, which are conjoined together like little atoms and lines. I remember when I was a kid in science class. I think in chemistry, I used to see these graphs with like little balls and sticks combining, and it's a graph of atoms. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Most of us went to school at some point. I remember it from my childhood. I'm just like, isn't that the thing from science? I wasn't even good at science. I was good at maths. but that's irrelevant to this. Their spaceships were conjoined together. They were like little atoms conjoined together by sticks. I'm just like, that looks like a science experiment. What on earth is this design? I thought it was quite funny. So they were on the way, but Ultrahawk 3 could not detect them. I assume partly because of the radar technology being destroyed. They can't detect Alien Vera coming on the way. Dan Moroboshi decides to look through the wall, use his powers to look through the wall to see what Yushima is up to. And he sees Alien Vera ordering Yushima to destroy all 3 Ultrahawks. Dan tries to stop him. He goes in, forces his way into the room to try and fight him. Then the whole TDF walks in and says, Dan, what are you doing? Now they believe Yushima. Now they're not believing Dan. Dan is trying to say the truth, but because he's attacking Yushima who accused him, now they're going to arrest him. The TDF has arrested Dan, put him in a cell. And I'm just like, oh boy. How do defense forces fall for this sort of thing all the time in these shows? Every single time. Like, have some critical thinking here. So yeah, up to this point, it was a really cool episode. Really well done. Really interesting storytelling, interesting characters. Alien Vera I thought was interesting. Hadn't seen the full form yet. I just heard the voice and the face. But I thought, oh, there's an interesting villain. The rest of it, I think, was actually very rushed. I think it was still good. But I think after Dan gets arrested, everything feels so rushed. It happens in like 2 minutes, I think. Maybe not 2 minutes, but it felt like 2 minutes. Because up to then, it felt like I was watching a nice long episode. After that, everything just happens. All the action just happens just like that. It just happens. So Dan transforms into 7, human size. And then 7 rips the cell apart. He breaks apart the jail cell to escape the TDF prison cell. And I'm thinking to myself, how does he explain that? How does he explain that to the TDF? That he broke someone broke the jail cells apart. Someone did it. Do they not think it's Dan that does it? They don't address this in the show at all. No one mentions this, which is quite funny. I'm just like, no one is questioning how Dan ripped apart the jail cell. I just thought that part was quite funny. So anyway, I was still laughing at the way he broke out of the jail cell. And I was thinking to myself, surely they're going to suspect him now that he's something else. So I was laughing even more. Before I know it, he finds Yushima before he can destroy the Ultrahawk. And he knocks Yushima out in one hit. One hit, Yushima is knocked out, that's it. Yushima's done. Ultraseven flies out. The Ultrahawks deploy because they know the alien ships are on the way. They have now landed on Earth. The plan was to destroy the Hawks and use that distraction to invade Earth. While the TDF are confused with no jets, they can easily invade Earth. Obviously, that plan backfired because of Dan and Ultraseven. So there's 2 battles. So there's these spaceships. There's one central one, I think, and the rest are like circular. There's like one little triangle in the middle, red triangle, and the rest are like black circles. I think that's what. I just watched it like 10 minutes ago. But yeah, Ultraseven destroys most of them straight away, just instantly destroys most of them. And then you see Alien Vera. Alien Vera comes out now, out of the wreckage, out of the explosion. He is now here. So the Ultrahawk destroys, well, not just one Ultrahawk, there was like 2 or 3, but they destroy the rest of the spaceships, leaving Ultraseven on his own to battle Alien Vera in a 1v1 fair fight. I think the fight was fine. The fight was enjoyable, entertaining, but obviously happens very quickly because about 2 minutes before, Ultraseven just escaped the jail cell, the prison cell. Dan transformed just like 2 minutes ago. He knocks out the professor in one punch, flies out, destroys most of the ships, and he's already fighting Vera. And the fight is pretty short as well, so it just happened so quickly in a flash. That's why I felt like it felt rushed. I don't think it was a bad episode, it was a good episode. I enjoyed every minute of it. It's just that compared to the first 20 minutes, the last 5 minutes felt very rushed. I just wanted more from that. The fight of Alien Vera was fun. I was really intrigued by the design of Alien Vera. I feel like I've seen this monster before. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. I don't know where from. I feel like I've seen this monster before. I don't know where, but I've seen it before somewhere. I thought the design was cool. I thought it was unique. It looked like a mixture of sea creatures. Like it looked like a lobster at the bottom. At the top, it looks like some weird fish. It looked like a sea creature in a bit. It looked like a bit like a lobster and a crab at the bottom. At the top, some random fish from somewhere in the ocean. When it was standing up, like it had like a skinny body, a very skinny body, small legs, and a big shaped head. So before this fight scene, the only thing we saw was his face. We just saw his face. And now I understand why. His face is the only part that makes him look big. The rest of his body is so skinny. It's so small beneath. Just a big head. The head was like half its body. That's what it seemed like in terms of like size. It was just like, there's a funny looking monster. But also I liked the design as well at the same time. I thought it was unique. I think the voice was cool as well. The voice was cool when it was talking to Yoshima. It also stood up like a king cobra, like the way it was standing up, because it had a skinny body and a big head. The way it stood up, it felt like it looked a bit like a king cobra. It doesn't look like a king cobra, but the way it moves with its head, like, because a king cobra is like this, right? It's like it's standing up, and the head is like this, and it's like standing up for like 6 feet from the floor. King cobra just stands like this, with its head stretching out. That's what Alien V reminded me of. The way it was standing up, it doesn't look like a snake. It doesn't look like a cobra, but it reminds me of one. The way it acts, the way it moves, reminds me of a cobra. So it looks like a sea creature, but moves like a cobra. You get the fights. You get this whole fight. It doesn't last very long. It ends with Ultraseven chopping him in half. And when I mean chopped in half, this is brutal. Right below the head, he's got a big head and a skinny body. Right below the head, he cuts him in half. The skinny body is gone, and the head just falls to the ground because he can't stand on anything now. It's his head. He has no legs anymore because it's chopped off. I was like, damn, Seven. Damn, Dan. Damn, Daniel. That was a brutal takedown. But to be fair, we've already seen some brutal takedowns by Ultraseven in the first 4 episodes, so I shouldn't be surprised, really. He is quite brutal. So was the first Ultraman in the first original show. But yeah, that's basically all my thoughts. Really good episode. I can't remember if I used to give ratings out of 10, but I think I just stopped doing that anyway, because for like weekly episodes, rating each one out of 10 is just like, next week I'm going to forget what I rated the last episode. So it's just like, it's going to be so convoluted. It's just like, oh, this is a 9, but that's an 8. But I don't remember giving that an 8. I'm just like, you know what? For a TV series, we'll take the ratings out of 10 away. I'll just say how much I liked it. And I liked it a lot. I enjoyed it. I think it was amazing. And I look forward now to watching episode 6, which is called Dark Zone. Ooh. Anyway, I need to rest my voice now. Evidently, I know I could have waited, but I've kept you guys waiting for so long. I didn't want you guys to keep waiting. Every time I'm planning to make these episodes, I either get sick, or I go edit something else, or something comes up in life. I don't know why, but every time I'm ready to record these reviews, something happens. I don't understand how it's possible. Every single time. I don't understand. I really don't. My next holiday is in end of August, so I have a bit of time before then. Having said that, I'm also quite busy July and August. My 30th birthday is in August. Also, there's some big movies coming out in July and August and June. And I'm going to some events as well in July and August. But I should still be able to record 1 review per week, at least. For the foreseeable future, at the very least until the end of August, I hope. I don't want to make promises anymore because obviously episode 3 review was in December, episode 4 review was end of January, like a month and a half later, episode 5 review is in June. So after doing that, I can't sit here and say, oh, I'll see you next week, I'll see you tomorrow. But I'm going to aim to do that because right now, the only content is Movie Monday, Ultraman. That's it. Normally upload a Movie Monday, Ultraman reaction, and that's the week. Like, that's good. But if it's just, now it's combined. Now Movie Monday is Ultraman. So it's just like, if I just upload that the whole week, it's not enough. It's not good enough for me. So I need to add this in every week, while also trying to keep ahead on Ginga as well, and also Movie Mondays. So yeah, there we go. I had to pause so many times during this video to drink some water or do something else. It's been painful trying to record this video. Very, very painful. It's going to be very hard to edit. Probably a bit easier because every time I had to stop, I stopped the camera, then restarted it. So it should be easier to edit. But some of these clips are like 10 seconds long. I talk for 10 seconds and then I got to stop the camera because I need to take a breath, or I need to cough or whatever. But here we are. I'm soldiering on, and I managed to get through it just about surviving. I'll be okay. You can give it a few days. Hopefully, I'll be okay. These are very helpful. They're good for the throat. I shall have one right now. This is the 24th clip of the video, which means I stopped the camera 24 times. And you'll notice as well, you'll be like, oh, he talked for 10 seconds, and then the video cuts to the next clip, and you're just like, did he pause? Yes, I paused. Yes, I paused. But I'm gonna drink all of this. Every single drop here I'm drinking all of it before I go to bed. And having at least one of these. If you don't know what these are, they're like, you can buy them in a shop. They're like, they're for sore throats. They're like sweets, but for sore throats. You just got to keep it in your mouth for like a couple hours, and it helps. This helps too. There's a common medicine in the UK. Anyone can buy these. I always keep them in my cupboard just in case. But I don't think these are going to help with a sore throat. I don't think. They're mainly for coughs. But I do have a cough as well because of the sore throat. So I might need that too. Hope you enjoyed the video. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. And goodbye. I talk normally. I talk normally. Am I okay? Hello, it's your boy Davidoff. I should have just waited an hour to record. Actually, no, there it is again. That's the longest I spoke properly in 2 days. Even at work, people ask me questions, and I say it in this voice, and they're like, "What did you say, David?" And I'm like, this is what I told you. They normally get it the second time. But so many times today I said something, and even my supervisor or my coworker said, "What did you say?" And I'm just like, I'm trying. I promise you I'm trying to talk. I promise. Goodbye.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it